Season's moving into April now. Teams still adding and subtracting their depth charts, trying to improve their rosters for 2018. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll be focusing on a different division each day in a series that you'll see all across NFL Network and NFL.com. We're calling it Roster Reset. Today, let's focus on the NFC West. Great timing with the defending division champs making another huge splash. So which guy are you most excited to see play for his new team in the NFC West? Kyle?
You know, I saw an awesome tweet yesterday. This is a guy who's been on his team already, but we have not seen in a long time. It was Omar Ruiz tweeted this video of David Johnson, and he was working out, and he was lifting weights with his wrist, and he was like fully recovered, ready to work out. I'm so excited. I retweeted the video, and I said, this is the NFL's RB1. This is the one. Ooh. You might imagine that inspired some responses. A lot of, I'm sorry, I think you misspelled Gurley, or no, that's not a video of Le'Veon Bell. Those guys are all incredible. They can all do everything. I just think we forget. I think we forget because we lost him for a whole year.
What did he do?
And listen, he sat out. How did we lose him? On an injury, catching a ball about 30 yards downfield. I think he's the most complete back in all of football. It is a massive, massive addition to not only the Cardinals, truly to the NFC. I am so excited to see him back. Gurley's great. Ezekiel Elliott is great. I think David Johnson is the #1 back in all of football. There's nobody who can do anything like he does as well as he does. DJ back. I am so excited.
Gurley was the great test. He was the 2017 Offensive Player of the Year. I want to see just how is this going to work? I know that I sometimes think about things in fantasy football perspective, but with a guy who was the second leading receiver on the Rams last year, is he still involved in the passing game? How is he going to handle not getting the ball all the time, or is he still going to get the ball all the time, and then Brandon Cooks isn't, and then Robert Woods isn't, and Cooper Kupp isn't going to be as valuable as he was last year? I know that Vic Vey is saying that there's enough snaps for everyone. I'm very curious to see how it's going to pan out. He is so, I mean, just look at him. Come on. He's so exciting to watch. He's fast. His hurdle game is on point. Todd Gurley is the guy I'm excited about.
There's nothing to worry about with Todd Gurley.
And I was so wrong about him last year, coming back and having a revitalized season, that I'm completely owning that this year.
Yeah, he's gonna get the rock. You anchor your team around Todd Gurley. I don't care what guys you have in there. And then, listen, when it comes to David Johnson, I mean, David Johnson, he's a guy that can get over 2,000 yards and then also give you 75, 80 catches. Like, he's that dude, man. So, yeah, I feel you on that. Could be definitely the RB1. All right, so the guy that I'm looking forward to seeing, and this is a special division to me because I played in this division for 4 years, played wide receiver, returner, and I'll give you some numbers. I was in Seattle, so talking about this whole division is special. 5, 137, 74. I know you're probably thinking that's my punt returns, how many touchdowns, the most I've ever had in one game, 137, and then 74 yards, which is my longest. None of those numbers apply to me. 5-year, 137 million, 74 guaranteed. That's Jimmy Garoppolo's contract. So the guy that I'm looking forward to seeing after winning those games in New England, running off 5 with San Francisco, and now all of a sudden people saying, no, you're that dude. And not only are you that dude, you're going to have to play games when games matter. And I know I say that a lot, and I'm not trying to knock Kyle Shanahan. That's my guy. I'm not trying to knock Jimmy G. I'm not trying to knock anything that San Francisco is building, but it's different when you finish the season on a hot streak and you start the season trying to pick up that hot streak. So now that he is the guy, it's undisputed. You don't have to worry about his contract or worry about anything else. Hey, Jimmy, go out there and show out. I would love for him to earn every dollar and overexceed expectations. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Jimmy G.
And there's another great quarterback in that division, and it might be Sam Bradford, it might be Jared Goff, but I'm so curious to see Russell Wilson this year because now you have a new offensive coordinator in Brian Schottenheimer, and everybody is now officially counting out the Seahawks. They're no longer the lead dogs. They are a team that's in rebuilding mode. If you watch our show, if you watch any show, Russell is in a rebuilding year.
You think you see a new Russell, right?
Don't tell. Yeah, new one.
They're showing you your favorite play, Shrek.
I would watch this play all day long. Which new player are you most excited to see in 2018? Is what the font says. I will go with Russell Wilson as the new Russ, the new addition.
I like
Part 2.
I like it.
And, you know, you can't change everything mid-segment. So when I'm thinking about these things with Russell Wilson,
we all got hosed.
He's got spinning moves. You can't change everything mid-season either. I would say this. He's in on it. He's got to do it. I'm going Russell Wilson, the new version.
He has to be a new version of himself to be successful. He has to be even better than before. Losing Jimmy Graham, losing Paul Richardson.
He scored like 37 of 38 touchdowns. He's the entire offense.
Losing P. Rich and losing Graham, you got to be even better, Russ.
That was a jaw-dropping play we just saw.
Oh, boy.
Wilson. Let's talk jaw-dropping plays up against the best celebrations in the league and our Tournament of Champs after this. This is Good Morning Football.